A new vending district is proposed for downtown Madison. We'll have the details up next. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. It's time for this week's real estate numbers with a look at the number of new listings in each county throughout South Central Wisconsin for the month of January 2017, according to the South Central Wisconsin MLS. In Dane County, there were 523 new listings. In Columbia County, 67. In Rock County, there were 131. In Greene County, there were 20 new listings. In Sauk County, 55. In Iowa Grant and Lafayette counties, there were 46. In Dodge County, there were 62 new listings. And in Crawford, Richland, and Vernon counties, there were 29. The regional county supply of single-family homes on the market was 2.75 months in January 2017. That's down from the 3.83-month supply during the previous January of 2016. A new vending district is being proposed for State Street in Madison. According to the Cap Times, the potential top of state vending overlay district would be located along the 100 block of West Mifflin Street and the 100 block of North Carroll Street. Experts say the district would increase vending options for retailers. The ordinance would allow sales of produce, homemade arts and crafts, and upcycle wares. If the plan moves forward, vending hours would be Sunday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., according to the Cap Times. Merchants would pay a $50 annual license fee in addition to securing a basic street vendor license. Sites would be assigned on a first-come, first-served basis via a monthly calendar sign-up system per the Cap Times. Reps of the Tomah VA say they are committed to reopening its golf course. The Wisconsin State Journal reports that the VA is seeking an outside vendor to run the course. It has been closed since 2014. A Tomah VA rep spoke at a recent Veterans Town Hall meeting. She said, "We want that golf course back up, so we aren't going to build anything on it." The VA's public affairs officer said it would cost $375,000 to rehabilitate the course. Their goal is to have it reopened in Tomah by spring of 2018, according to the Wisconsin State Journal. If you'd like additional information on these headlines, please reference the media sources you see listed on your screen. You can also like us on Facebook and visit WI57.tv. Don't go away, we'll have more real estate news right after the break. To the real estate news. I'm now with Andrew Kimball from Kimball Realtors. Welcome, Andrew. So how's the real estate market in the Dells?
Really good. It's been really busy already this spring. All indications are that interest rates are going to be going up and maybe a couple of times this year. So buyers are out already looking. Usually we don't get busy till maybe May or June, but we're busy already up there because of the interest rates possibly increasing.
That's great news for you guys up there. It's great to stay busy. Now you must have some new listings to talk about then.
We do. We just listed a home at E8932 Oak Hill Road that is in Wisconsin Dells. It's a custom-built ranch home. It's 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. It's on 6.7 acres. It has a 3-car garage, attached garage, and then it also has a large 42 by 32 foot pole shed building that can actually hold an RV as well. It's in a great location. It's just minutes from downtown Dells, and it's also just minutes from the interstate. I actually just created a single property website for this site, for this listing, so if people want to look at, it's e8932.2seeit.com for a single property website to get more information about this particular listing. Beautiful, beautiful home.
That looks great. Now I kind of wonder about condos too. Are people starting to list those in the Dells area?
Yes, just in the last 2 weeks we've listed condominiums at Caribbean Club. We listed one at Starlight Point. We have one coming up at Riverwood condominiums as well. The first 2 are on Lake Delton. The other one is on the Wisconsin River. And then we also have current listings at Island Point. We also have listings at Lake of the Dells. So a lot of people are getting the condominiums on the market kind of early this year too. And a lot of people are out looking for them.
So there's a lot of stuff that's starting to get out there. Is it a good time for sellers to list?
It really is. Like I'd mentioned, we're getting busier every day. We're getting calls every day. And even if someone doesn't want to get listed till maybe the first part of April, we can come in, get all the contracts done, get it under contract, get all the photographs taken, and have it all ready to list it, and then list it on the exact date that they want to. Because as we get busier, it's harder to get it into the schedule. So it's a great time to call right now, and we can come and do that listing for you.
Yeah, you know, that seems like a good thing too, just to kind of get a lot of of that out of the way, it just seems like it would take a lot of the stress out of it too. So I think that's good sound advice. Where can somebody get more information about your agency if they're wanting to work with you or maybe buy something from you too?
Sure. Best place would be on our website, WisconsinDellsHomesForSale.com. It's an up-to-the-minute MLS website, and then it also has all the information about all the agents that work for our agency, so they can go on there. They can give me a call directly too if they want to talk about a listing, 608-477-3476, and I'd be glad to talk to them about any of their real estate needs, whether they're buying or selling. We can help them.
Sounds great. Well, thanks so much, Andrew.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Solidarity Realty. Peggy Adams and Jesse Pika-Holst are here. So Peggy, last time you were here, you talked about how you really practice their values there at Solidarity. How else do you protect your clients over there?
Nice to see you again, Stacy, and thanks for asking the question. You know, we really want to make sure that we're giving each client the attention they deserve. So if we find that our plate is getting a little too full, we will refer them out, definitely inform that customer that they are, you know, kind of in the risk of us not being able to give them the attention they want. Sometimes we have folks that say, just go ahead, write the offer. We understand you're super busy, but we definitely respect your time as well. So we definitely inform you of those issues if they do arise.
Jesse, anything to add to that?
Thanks, Stacy. Well, it's not just our clients that we like to protect. We also like our agents to do a lot of consumer education. So the sticking point that we tell everybody, step one, is never call the number on a for sale sign if you'd like to see a home if you don't already have a buyer's agent. That number is the seller's agent, and they don't represent your interests. If you call that number to set up a showing and you don't have an agent of your own, and that's outside of an open house, you may forfeit your ability to have someone representing you and negotiate on your behalf at no cost to you.
That's interesting too, and a lot of people probably don't even realize that. So Peggy, what can we expect for the coming year? Is the market heating up for you guys?
Oh, well, definitely. We're starting to see that spring bug, I think, with the weather being so nice. And I do invite everybody to stop down and say hi. I will be having an open house this Sunday, 11 to 1, and that's going to be at 329 North Baldwin on Madison's east side near Tenney Park.
So definitely check that out. So any advice for potential buyers?
You know, we really say ask questions. Buying a home is a difficult process, especially for a first-time home buyer. So if you have any questions, even if you're not a client, assuming that you're not in contract with somebody else, feel free, give me a call. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
So any closing thoughts for our viewers?
You know, we just say have fun with the buying process, the selling process. Try not to let it overwhelm you. That's what Solidarity, we have a good time. So give us a call, stop on in by our office.
All right, well, thanks so much. Solidarity Realty, definitely check them out. Stay with us, we'll have more right after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Property Revival. John Schneider is in the studio. So John, you've got some great listings for us.
Oh, thank you so much, Stacy. We are so happy to be back here. Yes, we have some great property listings that are coming up on the market. It's warming up out there, and people are getting more excited about their homes and getting them on the market, and the buyers are really starting to come out too. So spring is in the air, so I think we're going to see this market really pick up. So now's the time to start thinking about listing your house, and we'd love to talk with you. So feel free to reach out to Property Revival and one of our Revival specialists, and we'd love to be able to help you sell your home. Additionally, we have a fantastic project that we're going to talk a little bit further about today, and it's one of the exciting things that we do really well here at Property Revival, and it's combining the buyer with a home and a remodel that's going to make that home just the exact spot that they're looking for. And I believe we've got Jerry on site today to actually show you a little bit about that.
All right, Jerry, tell us where you are today.
We're located over here at Stratfield Circle here in Madison. This is the part of Property Revival Realty that makes us unique, is coming into these homes when the person's looking to buy and then taking their dreams and making them to reality. Lots of people worry about if their after repair value is going to meet the appraisal on these homes. And in this situation, this property appraised about 20% over the buying price on this property after the after repaired value. Coming into this home, we're taking care of all the carpet, the paint, the kitchen, the tile, and all the hardwood flooring throughout, which really gives it a fresh, clean look and also saves the client time and money from that time time-old true money pit. People always think they can come into their home and then just a little bit of paint and a little bit of work, and then 3 years later they're still into your project. This is where Revival Realty Specialist comes in and really saves the day for our clients.
So you mentioned time and money. How do you save clients time and money?
Well, there's a planned approach to construction. It's all about the details and the scope of work. We have a line item software that helps people understand the process of construction, the way things are taken apart and put back together. Most people go into these projects with unknowns, thinking they can do it themselves, but when you hire a trained professional to take them through the process, it eases the phase of construction and eases the burden of mistakes.
Thanks, Jerry. And John, where can people go to see you this week?
Well, we have a fantastic listing that one of our Revival specialists is going to be doing an open house on this weekend at 632 Constitution Lane in DeForest. They'll be there from 2 to 4 p.m. and we'd love to see you down there. And you know, a lot of people don't really realize that we are a listing agent as well, and we love to talk with our clients about listing their home. So this is a great opportunity for you to come down and see how we could list your home, or talk about finding another home for you, meeting one of our Revival specialists. Or certainly you can visit us anytime next week at our office at 4211 West Beltline Highway here in Madison.
Great. Thanks, guys, and stay with us. We'll have more right after the break. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Rob Grether from Lake Point Realty. Welcome, Rob. Good to see you again. So how's it going?
It's going great. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Sure, yeah. So what kind of things are you seeing in the real estate market nowadays?
Well, you know, it's wintertime, but we're having some pretty spring-like sales and activity. The weather's been pretty agreeable, and we've still got low interest rates, or lower, fairly low interest rates, still low inventory. So a lot of people out and about, kind of anxious to get in and see some houses, and a lot of activity. I'm sure, like everybody else has been talking about.
Yeah, so a good time to list then?
It is. Open houses this last weekend. People out the door to get in and see them. Houses being listed, and then offers accepted within days, and like I said, a pretty low inventory, and then just some real anxious buyers to get into something.
So I know you'd like to kind of talk about some neighborhoods that you've been working in recently, and you kind of like to highlight those. What neighborhood would you like to talk about with us today?
Well, I'm working a transaction out in Sun Prairie. It's the area around the Stone Ridge Estates Community Park. If people know Sun Prairie at all, that's kind of a newer area. There's a lot of new construction, kind of north of East Wash 151, or not East Wash, but Highway 151, between Bristol and Bird. There's a big park out there. Like I said, Stone Ridge. It's a great park. It's got an area for the kids. It's got soccer fields. In the wintertime, it's got some areas around. Ivy, come over here. It's got some areas around. Okay, that sounds great. Everybody, I'd like you to meet my daughter, Ivy.
Hi, nice to meet you. I thought I heard a little voice there.
For this session,
Okay,
but
you need to call.
I'll call them. Busy. My daughter had the phone, and apparently I missed a call. But yeah, so
That's the kind of service you can expect from Lake Point Realty.
It is, and I will be calling that person back immediately after this this interview. But yeah, it's a great area. There's some new construction in that area, as well as some newer, but newer amenities as well. Buck and Honey's is out there. So yeah, I don't know, great area.
So great area definitely to check out. And if you've got a home that you're thinking about listing in that area, definitely now is a good time to sell as well as a good time to buy. Well, thanks so much, Rob. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Josh Lovick of Josh Lovick and Associates. Welcome back, Josh. Hey. So what's going on in the real estate market?
Well, it feels like an early spring out there, definitely with weather in the 60s and sunny. It's pretty incredible for February, that's for sure. But inventory is still very low right now, but starting to rise as we kind of move into the spring market, which is pretty typical for this time of year.
So great. I'm sure you've got some good properties to share with us like you usually do here.
Yeah, I do. So I've got one. Picture this. It's kind coming home to kind of a cool, modern, contemporary condo. It sits along just this huge park, has beautiful southwest views. Well, that's the property at 3416 South Stone Creek. It's located on the southwest side of Madison, convenient to west side shopping, Verona, Madison, awesome vaulted ceilings, open floor plan, really excellent condition with wood floors, granite countertops, just tons of things there for, it'd be right around $200,000.
That sounds like a really cool place. It's right by the park, and I know so many people love an open floor plan. I bet you it's going to sell really quickly. Do you have other great listings to share with us today?
Yeah, actually I do. So do you know how you get that feeling when, when taking in an amazing lakefront view? Maybe you've had it like at the UW at the Union Terrace, or maybe sitting over at Olbrich Park watching the sunset. Well, picture this, your lifestyle now on the water. So that means boating, fishing, swimming, awesome sunset views. Well, that's our listing at 2947 Camp Leonard Road in McFarland. It's just that. You've got 350 feet of water frontage and actually 2 houses there. You can either keep on living in your current home because that's the easy thing to do, or you can fulfill your dream and actually live on the water and have that sense of awe every day.
That sounds great as well. And you're right, there's just something about being close to the water that's just so special.
Yeah, being on the water is pretty awesome. I'll never forget the time I worked with Karen and Bob Buser, really great clients of mine. They'd lived in, a normal, kind of modest-sized home for about 15 years before finally deciding to make that move to the lake. And they'd been thinking about it for so long that, by the time they actually did, I just remember talking to them, even years after they moved in, of how much they really just loved the lifestyle and how much it really impacted their family and the memories that they were able to create there. So definitely one of the best places about living in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I agree. There's just, being on the lake would just be so incredible to do.
Yeah, I know. It seems like, there's that law of inertia. Sometimes it overtakes our lives. We can sometimes become complacent with what we have just because we feel that maybe moving forward is too difficult. Well, upgrading to that dream home or even downsizing can often feel that way. And sometimes it just takes a little bit of inertia to get started. So,
And definitely be so worth it in the end. Well, thanks so much, Josh.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Real Estate News. I'm now with Kate Paulus from Bella Domicile. Welcome back, Kate. Always so great to have you guys here on the show.
Thank you.
So let's talk about if somebody's ready, to start that new home remodeling project. Maybe they've been watching your segments and they're excited about it. What are some questions that they need to start asking themselves to get started?
Yes, well, the first thing is we want to get you in for an interview. So we are going to be asking you lots of questions. And the biggest thing is we want to find out what is not working well for you. So what is causing you to want this remodel? Is it more of just a style update? Is it the functional abilities of your kitchen? Or what is it about your space that's really not working well for you? And then we'll help solve it with a solution.
Great to really kind of nail that down. So then how do you get started?
Yeah, so the first thing we want to do, besides having you come in, we want to get a sense of your style. So resources such as Pinterest, such as Houzz, these are great resources to utilize on free online. It can be a little bit overwhelming with all the information that you're probably gathering, whether it be from online, friends and family. So what we really want to do is kind of organize that clutter, kind of find out really what truly will work best for you.
And this is something you're going to be living with day in and day out. How do you know who you really trust to get the work done right?
Yes, you definitely want to hire a professional from your design services all the way down to your general contractor, your subcontractors. You really want to make sure you have a great group of people that you feel comfortable with. We are lucky to be fortunate to be a part of a community here in Madison. There's a group called NARI. It's the National Association of the Remodeling Industry. So we are connected with several great contractors through that organization that they're licensed, they're going to get everything up to code for you, so you don't have to worry about any of that.
It's great to know you can kind of have that confidence in that then. So can you have a sense of kind of how long the remodel is going to take then?
Yes, that is a great question. We get asked very often. Typically, I would say for kitchens, you're looking at about 4 to 6 weeks. And that's if it's your standard kitchen, not moving walls, not doing too many structural changes. Otherwise, it could definitely add time. You can look anywhere from between 8 and 12 weeks. So it really depends on all the work that's being done to make that space better for you.
Yeah, it makes sense that it could kind of vary a little bit too, but all in all, a little bit shorter time period than I even would have thought. And then the other big question, how much is it going to cost?
Yes, $1 million question there. So regarding the budget, what we typically do to kind of help you figure out really coming into the project how much it's going to cost. So we do a 3-column budget. We give you a good, better, best price range based off our experience on doing this for several years. We can kind of give you a good estimate on what you can expect to spend. Although that's going to play into effect how many different materials you're looking at, what different quality of materials you're looking at. So there's definitely a lot of factors that come into play, but we do our best to kind of help you out from the get-go and show you kind of where we're looking at.
And that's great that you guys talk about that up front, so you really can feel more comfortable with the whole process. Well, thanks so much, Kate. Always a pleasure. Thanks to our guests for stopping by today, and thank you, our viewers, for tuning in. Join us again next week. I'm Stacey Hansen for the Real Estate News, making a positive impact and leading the real estate market.